Bill 1484. This is happening right now, and I'm just going to read it to you so that you don't think that I'm misinterpreting anything in this bill. The offense of trespass by an illegal alien under this section is a felony for which the authorized term of imprisonment is life imprisonment without eligibility for probation, parole, conditional release, or release except by any act of the governor or natural death of such person. With me? The department shall develop and maintain an information system that operates at all times and provides various means to receive and maintain reports of violations of this act. The various means of receiving such reports shall include, but are not unlimited to, a toll-free telephone hotline, email address, and online reporting portal. The department shall periodically publicize the hotline phone number, email address, internet website address, and any other means by which the department may receive such reports. If an illegal alien is arrested and imprisoned under this section as a result of a report to the information system, the person who made the report shall be eligible to receive a reward of $1,000 for providing such report. The department shall develop and implement the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program, which is hereby created to certify applicants to the program as certified bounty hunters for purposes of finding and detaining illegal aliens in this state under this section. I just want to remind you that prison is the only place where slavery is still legal, and just for the crime of being in this country, you will be imprisoned for the rest of your life as a slave with no chance to ever be released. House Bill 1484.
A bill to certify bounty hunters to... So Mississippi is trying to pass a law that is so extreme and unbelievable that if I didn't come with receipts, you would call me a fucking liar. This sounds like fake news, but I assure you, it's not. So Representative Keene proposed House Bill 1484, and it's a bill to certify bounty hunters to hunt down illegal aliens in Mississippi. But here's the deal. It also creates the crime of illegal trespass by an illegal alien. Sounds reasonable, right? Oh, just fucking wait. So let's start with the definition of what life imprisonment means. It means imprisonment for the duration of a person's natural life. Yo, hold up. Why are we talking about trespassing and life in prison? So now let's define the crime. A person commits the offense of trespass by an illegal alien if such person is an illegal alien, knowingly enters the state of Mississippi and remains in the state, and is physically present in the state at the time of a licensed bounty hunter or peace officer apprehend such person. So here's where it gets fucking extreme. The offense of trespass by an illegal alien under this section is a felony for which the authorized term of imprisonment is life imprisonment without eligibility for probation, parole, conditional release, or released except by an act of the governor or the natural death of such person. That's right. Life in prison if you are caught in Mississippi as an illegal alien. That is, unless the federal government takes custody over you within 24 hours of you being caught. So if the federal government does not take custody of an illegal alien within 24 hours, and we know bureaucracy is slow as hell, this bill would imprison undocumented immigrants for the rest of their life. What the fuck are we doing? Haven't we learned our lesson by imprisoning young black men for having a little weed and giving them 20 years? Haven't we learned our fucking lesson? No, this goes hand in hand with insider trading with Geo Group and Civic Corps, the two private prisons that contract through the United States, in which Trump signed an executive order reversing the ban on private prisons. This is all a fucking racket. And we are going to use undocumented immigrants to make not only these representatives rich as hell, but fucking investors, CEOs. This is absolutely criminal and un-American and not fucking shameful. Fucking shameful. So
So let's get it. Before I get the session started, let's give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash, and double honor to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone of whom I learn this truth from, and the Shalom to all the hopeful elect brothers taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of Yahshua to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Radah. Just a quick report. Let me see if I can find that precept. The children were oppressed together Paraphrasing, pressed together. Let me see. Okay, bam. So Jeremiah is identifying America geographically, and this is two things. It's geographically proving, and it's also showing you the time frame that we are in. The northern kingdom is the children of Israel, and the children of Judah are your southern kingdom, which are your so-called blacks, okay? And they together make up the 12 tribes of Israel. If you don't believe it, oh fucking well. In Jeremiah 50:33, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel, talking about the northern kingdom, and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. This is talking about Esau, the so-called white man. You want to jump to Revelation? And the devil, talking about Esau, Edom, shall throw some of you in prison. Look at this. Revelations 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. The word devil translates to Satan-like man. And Satan himself, the actual prince demon, does not physically have a prison system on the earth. He is a spirit. But Esau Edom does. And the so-called white man in America has the biggest industrial prison complex system in the earth. And they just bought a whole bunch of fucking, let's see if we can find it. Stock in prisons. Let me see. 10 best prisons and law enforcement stock to buy now. Let me see what Trump's victory means for the private prison industry. Look at that. The two largest companies that manage detention centers and correctional facilities are poised to profit from aggressive immigration policies. This is a fucking story. This is common. This is public knowledge, public information. And we know that all the what do you call it, the Edomites that are all linked up to Trump, the billionaires, you know they have stock options in this shit, right? Look at this shit, man. The stock prices of the country's two largest publicly traded companies that own and manage prisons and immigrant detention centers soared immediately following Donald Trump's election as president. Shares in GEO Group and Core Civic rose again the day after the president-elect announced Tom Homan, who managed immigration enforcements during Trump's first administration, as his border czar. Speaking at the Republican National Convention this summer, Homan said, "I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's released in our country. You better start packing now." What's funny is how come they're not arresting Joe Biden for doing it? Why is the same race of people that caused the problem, right, and the same race of people that are bringing the solution, how is nobody looking at the entire group of the same race of people that did this? Problem, solution, reaction. Okay, you got to see this. I want to try to do this really quickly. You see the fingerprints. These people are criminal. This is all they're doing, just like they did with crack cocaine back in the 80s, right? Just like they did with the 13th Amendment during slavery. It's the same fucking race of people, you guys, doing the same shit to the same group of people, the Hebrew Israelites. What I want to do, second, I want to do, let me get the Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 2. Wisdom of Solomon 2. There you are. You got to read this. Look, Wisdom of Solomon 2. We're going to read it. It gives us a peek into the minds of Esau on the wicked way they write their laws. I'm going to start down at 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. That is talking about the Hebrew Israelites. That is your Native American Indians, your Latinos, your Mexicans, and stuff like that. And then your so-called blacks in America. We're all across the world, but right here in America. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. You see this happening in real time now. Let our strength be the law of justice. Not talking about the law of the Bible. When they pass laws in their House and Senate, oh, it's the law now. Now we have to do the law. This is why they make these wicked decrees. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous. This is what they're doing at the public schools. Coming to the children, 7-year-olds, 11-year-old children, Northern Kingdom children, Latino children, to entrap the parents. It's fucking a bitch move, bro, but it's right here. Let us lie in wait for the righteous. This is the same shit they did with the 13th Amendment, policing, criminalizing Jake, Southern Kingdom, the Negroes, after slavery, blaming us for everything when it was their fault while we were in America in the first fucking place. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, talking about the law of Moses, and objecteth to our infamy, the transgressings of our education. Verse 13, he professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord, and we are. He was made to reprove our thoughts, and that's what we're doing right now. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. We're not the heathen. We're the righteous. We are the sons of God. We are the prophets. His ways are of another fashion. See, we're not like the other heathen they oppress, like the Moabites and the Hamites. We're the Shemites. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits, because they are counterfeit. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness, because he is filthy. Esau is profane. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, because we declare prophecy, and maketh his boast in the power, and that is that the power at the Most High is his Father, through Yahweh and the Spirit of adoption. Yahweh, the Yahweh of hosts, Yada Yaja, is our Father, because of Yahweh. Verse 17, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen to him in the end. This is Jacob's trouble. This is what's happening. Verse 18, for if the just man be the son of God, and we are, he will help him. He is going to deliver us and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture. This is the wickedness of Esau, you guys, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Here is the patience of the saints. Let's get that. Here is the patience of the saint. Here's the faith. Here is the faith. Here is the faith and the patience of the saints. Here's the faith and the patience. In the Revelations, look at this. And the patience of the saints. I know I'm misspelling this wrong. Let's get it. Revelation. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahweh Shai. Okay, hold on. I want the other one. Okay, hold up. This is where I was going. Hold up, you guys. He that leadeth into captivity, right? He that oppresseth, he that, here it is. Look. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So as we are going through this fucking horrible season, we gotta wait and hope and trust in Yahweh. The understanding and the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of that we have of prophecy is going to be the stability of our time while we are going through this insane moment. But we understand what's happening when we are looking at this shit.
Y'all, why did I just come across the video of the lady who was working at a truck stop in Mexico? Her job.
Okay, we're going to find this.
So Mississippi is trying to pass a law that is so extreme and unbelievable that if I didn't come with receipts, you would call me a fucking liar. This sounds like fake news, but...
Let's pull this up.
House Bill 1484. What is the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program? Let's talk about it. This is Mississippi House Bill 1484 that has been introduced by Republican Representative Justin Keene.
And don't get this twisted. This is starting out this way with the Northern Kingdom. I heard Elder Elder Malcolm from the head of the Chicago camp yesterday, and it's the truth. I was like, damn, he's right. It always starts extreme captivity. Remember, go all the way back. When we came out of Egypt, when King Solomon built the temple, when we were a complete nation, 12 tribes, the northern and southern kingdom together under King David, and then King Solomon, when prophecy set in and King Solomon messed up and the punishment came for the nation to be split, who was the first group of people to go into captivity again? It was the northern kingdom. They went into captivity to Assyria. And then shortly after that, worse happened to us because we acted up. Same shit's happening. You got 2/3 Jake. I think I even saw a Jake, a Southern Kingdom Jake, making a video that he was going to start helping fucking arresting a Northern Kingdom Jake, man. I made a comment on his page, but it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you got 2/3 Jake, Southern Kingdom, talking shit about the Northern Kingdom because the Northern Kingdom was talking shit about us when we were dealing with Esau. This is not what this is about, man, because this is all a setup to destroy the Northern Kingdom. But do not think they're not going to come for us. They're coming for the Southern Kingdom, man. This is all about Judah. It's about the 12 tribes, but it's about Judah, the head tribe. They want to get Judah, you guys. So this is getting everybody ready for all this bullshit that's happening. But don't think, you so-called black people out there looking at this stuff, don't think this ain't coming for you, because it's absolutely coming for your black ass.
This bill is exactly what it sounds like. It's a revamping of the runaway slave patrol that has just been catered to the case of undocumented immigrants. I made a video yesterday essentially talking about what would replace the undocumented immigrants who largely work agricultural positions, construction positions, etc. And it is imprisoned labor, modern-day enslavement, the exception to the 13th Amendment. In the state of Alabama, it is extremely common, especially at private prisons, for imprisoned people to literally, and this is the language used, leased out to companies like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Coca-Cola, Walmart, etc. This will be the unfortunate fate of any undocumented immigrant should this bill pass, which it's debatable on whether or not it'll pass, but what's important is that it's been presented, it's been introduced.
It's in prophecy. Let's get it.
An idea from a lawmaker.
Let's get it. It's 2 Ezra 16, man. Look at this shit. It's gonna pass. These fucking people keep putting their trust in this fucking voting system. Esau is, if you can't see that Esau is about to do he's about to do a whammy on you motherfuckers. Let me see. They shall be like madmen. I want feeding you with food, with bread, sacrifice to idols. Let me see. While you're idle, eating of those things that are out. No, it's gonna be fucking Corinthians, motherfucker. Let me 2 Ezra's. 2 Ezra's idle, feeding you with bread. Let me see, idle. There we go. The burning wrath of. Okay, that's the beginning of it. So 2 Ezra 16:68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude. That's talking about the elites. Somebody saw Edom, the 1%. This doesn't exclude the Joe Sixpack Edomite on the bottom, because the Most High is going to judge them all as a nation. But these decrees are coming from the rulership of the Edomites. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle. That means you're being trapped. You're inside of a cage with things offered to idol. That's talking about the concentration camps, the prisons. Okay, and they that consent unto them, talking about when you give in to the mark of the beast, because you're fucking either you're scared about being locked up or you're fucking hungry, and they that shall consent to them shall be had in derision. You're going to be mocked. and in reproach and trodden underfoot. It's not gonna help you to give in to them, so you might as well just resist. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They're coming for Judah, okay? They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. 2 Ezra 16:71. Look at the next verse. 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And you see basically these laws doing this now to the northern kingdom. 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And this is Jacob's trouble. Okay, we're not in Jacob's trouble right this second, but we're at the doorstep, man. Okay, you guys, you got to see this. You got to see this for what it is. And Jacob's trouble. Let's just pull that up. Jacob's trouble. It's the worst time in human history coming. Alas, for that day is great, so that there is none like it. There has never been a time on earth like the time that is coming. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. And the reason why it's called Jacob's trouble is because the 12 tribes of Israel are the focus of the devil, of Satan, of the dragon, who is the so-called white man, Esau, of his wrath, the elites, because they know that their time is short and that we are connected to each other in prophecy. And the proof that we are connected to each other in prophecy are just, there's a million of them. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. That shows that we are quantumly connected. We are tied to each other in fucking prophecy. There's no getting away from it. And then Lamentations. And we're done, man. You just got to see this stuff. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice, O ye, and be glad, O daughter of Edom. Talking about the Most High, speaking sarcastically. Get it in now. Have fun. Do your blood drinking and your orgies and your children fucking sex parties. All the shit that you do. Steal. Take everybody's freaking natural resources. Write wicked decrees. Rulers. Have a wicked rulership. Brag about it on TV, in your movies. Have fun. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. And then he speaks to us. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. 2 nations, 2 rulerships are being spoken to simultaneously in this prophecy. One is being removed from rulership and going into punishment, slavery, the cup. Another one is being removed from the cup, slavery and punishment, and going into rulership. It's happening at the same time. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And the star of Jacob, who is Yahushai, returns into the earth on a chariot the size of a mountain with other hosts on chariots. And that war in heaven is how this takes place. We don't have a military, but Yahushai does. Yahushai has his father's military, Yahweh of hosts, and Yahweh sends him back to rescue the hopeful elect in this situation. This is how we are able to overcome Esau, because we don't have a military force on the earth. A little bit of this play, and then we'll be done. Just a little bit. Come back up. Let me see. Gotta reset it. Let's go back. Salakia. Here, let me.
So, Mrs.
Go back to
House Bill.
Let's let her finish.
What is the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program? Let's talk about it. This is Mississippi House Bill 1484 that has been introduced by Republican Representative Justin Keene. This bill is exactly what it sounds like. It's a revamping of the runaway slave patrol that has just been catered to the case of undocumented immigrants. I made a video yesterday essentially talking about what would replace the undocumented immigrants who largely work agricultural positions, construction positions, etc., And it is imprisoned labor, modern-day enslavement, the exception to the 13th Amendment. In the state of Alabama, it is extremely common, especially at private prisons, for imprisoned people to literally, and this is the language used, leased out to companies like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Coca-Cola, Walmart, etc. This will be the unfortunate fate of any undocumented immigrant should this bill pass, which it's debatable on whether or not it'll pass, but what's important is that it's been presented, it's been introduced, it's an idea from a lawmaker. But should this be passed, the fate...
It's not an idea from a lawmaker. It's an understanding. It's a doctrine. It's a way of life amongst all of the Edomite rulership concerning Jacob. It's not that one guy. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. This is how they all think. They all understand like this. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 showed us. Okay, so does Revelations. The devil is going to put some of you in prison. And so is 2nd Ezra 16. This is how they all think, man.
Of any undocumented immigrant who is apprehended by a certified bounty hunter, a rephrasing of runaway patrol, a rephrasing of you catch my drift. They will serve life.
And this is why we don't forgive Esau, because he never repents. He can't repent. He won't repent. So you're not required to forgive him like Christianity falsely taught you. To love your enemies. It wasn't talking about this enemy. It's talking about enemies amongst your own house, not the Edomite enemy.
Imprisonment without parole and eventually be leased out for cheap labor. That is
How can someone justify a life prison sentence for crossing a border, man? Fuck it. How could someone suggest a life prison sentence for crossing a border? But the reason why they're doing it is we are entering into the time of Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30, the worst time in human history. Also, Satan knows that his time is short. It's talking about the white man. Satan, you got to understand this, knows he has a short time. He has short time. Look, this Revelation. Look at this shit. This is why. How can someone propose a life sentence for just coming across a border and you've done nothing wrong but that? Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell on them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Why? For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. This devil is talking about Esau, Edom.
Part of this program would be the Department of Public Safety creating an information system where people can telephone, email, or submit online through a portal any undocumented immigrants that they have spotted trespassing in the state of Mississippi. Here's where the incentive is.
So they're going to start paying people money to tattle on the Northern Kingdom, which is going to create a culture of this, and Karen already does this. What are you guys doing in the park barbecuing? What are you doing in this pool swimming? Do you live here? The white people already do this shit. Now, in a fucking economy that is being destroyed by the elite whites, the Edomites, the Joe Six-Pack Edomites are going to be tempted, and even some stupid fucking knuckle-headed Jake is going to be tempted to turn on their own brothers and turn people in, just like when the mark of the beast starts getting implemented. You guys got to see this, man.
Your everyday Mississippian. There's a $1,000 reward for any undocumented immigrant who is apprehended.
So if some Jake gets the wild idea of turning in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 fucking undocumented, you can see where the temptation is going to be at. Think about that, man. That's 50 fucking racks, bro.
And imprisoned as a direct result of any reporting that you submit as a citizen. Again, I don't know the likelihood of this being passed, but it is still very alarming that it has been presented. What is the Mississippi Illegal Alien Certification?
MI, crooked letter. And if you don't know what I'm talking about the state of Mississippi. Mississippi has proposed that they are going to do everything in their power to help aid in the deportation of illegal immigrants. And what they have proposed is House Bill 1848. House Bill 1848 has been called the Mississippi's Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program. This program is a program that the DeSoto County District Attorney, along with the state representative for Mississippi, have collaborated together to say, look, this is what needs to be done. They have said we are all in line with the changed immigration policy that has been handed down from the president.
And you got to remember, it was Edomites. It was so-called white people that were paying the Northern Kingdom to come over here. It was Edomites who were giving money for them all to come to America during Biden's administration. They were spending money on this, right? Remember this. And there was all kinds of different races of people coming across, right? But who's the focus now? Look at the hip-hop. Look at the strategy of this. Who's the focus of this? The Northern Kingdom, the so-called Latinos.
And we are going to follow suit. And this is how we propose that we're going to do it. This 1848 law that is being proposed says that they are going to employ bounty hunters. And the bounty hunters have to be certified. But these certified bounty hunters are going to get $1,000 per successful deportation. They say their job to keep their community safe, and they are going to do so. So they have proposed this new bill. If this bill is voted and passed, it could take effect as early as July 1st, 2025. I'm here for the paraphrasing. So I'm going to make it real quick. Them folks said, if you ain't supposed to be here, you gotta go. Them folks said that we're gonna do anything that needs to be done to get you gone if you're not supposed to be here. Even if that means we gotta pay them folks $1,000 per head. You gotta go. Them folks said, and when I say stand on business, that's what I mean. Them folks was listening to Playtime Over, it's the big leagues. We ain't playing. How do you feel about this?
El estado de Mississippi está proponiendo.
I hope I don't get this wrong. I believe it's Mississippi House Bill 1484. The goal is to legalize slavery. The goal is to legalize slavery. The goal was never about sending immigrants back. The goal was to fill for-profit prisons so that these people could be made to work for $1 or $2 an hour. That the state gets paid. That was always the goal.
Oh, yeah? And what are white people gonna do about it? What are the people that look like you going to do about it? You and your community watched for years as all of this transpired. And a lot of you just turned a blind eye to it. So you guys know and you see what's going on. But what are you actually going to do about it?
And again, that's the wrong attitude, because nothing comes from them. No man shall buy you. What does that mean in Deuteronomy 28? No man shall redeem you. Our only hope and salvation in this situation is Yahweh Shai, crying out to Yahweh to send Yahweh Shai, like it says in Isaiah 19. Okay, these are the instructions. This is why we have to listen to the prophets. We have to listen to the prophets, you guys. We have to learn the new song. We have to learn the doctrine of this truth and understand it. Okay, this whole chapter 19 breaks down what's happening, what's going to be happening in the future. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud. That is talking about a chariot, a warcraft machine, and shall come into Egypt through Yahweh Shai and the other hosts, because he's Yahweh of hosts, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. That's why you see all the chariots in the skies right now. That's why they're geared up too, because Esau's geared up. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. He controls the hearts and the minds of men. Edomites are going to be fighting Edomites. And they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to their idols, to their witchcrafts, to their left-hand powers, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits. I'm talking about the Chaldeans, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into a hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them. And the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, and the waters shall fail from the sea. And I'm going to jump all the way down. Hold on. Let me see. 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of Yahweh of hosts, which he hath determined against it. It's not just the 2/3. I believe this is also the 1/3 prophets. The words that we are going to be saying, the words we've been saying, the words we've been saying on these videos when we go out into the streets like we will be today, the words that we're saying, the fire that comes out of our mouth, and how it's destroying this nation, man. It's twofold, you guys. So let's go down. There's another one I want to get. And they shall call. Let me see. Hold on. And they shall be. Where is it? They shall call. They shall cry out for the. Here I got. It's in this chapter, but for the sake of time, I want to. Salakia. They shall cry out for the oppressor. Right there. It's 20. Salakia. Okay. So this is how we get this done. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto Yahweh of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto Yahweh because of the oppressors. Asking white people what they're going to do, that's not it. Voting and hoping in a vote, that's not it, you guys. We have to open our mouths, facing the east with our hands raised, crying out to the name of Yahweh to send Yahweh Shai, like he said he will right here. Look. For they shall cry, talking about us, the Israelites, for they shall cry unto Yahweh because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a Savior. Who's the Savior? Yahweh Shai, and a great one, and he shall deliver them. It's always been the case. It's always been the case. We are not going to get saved. Ain't no white man going to save us. Ain't no program going to save us. Ain't no fucking handout going to save us. None of that. It's not going to happen, you guys. Ain't nobody going to save us, but yeah.
So Mississippi is trying to pass a law that is so extreme and...
Ain't no one going to...
I hope I don't get this wrong. I believe it's Mississippi House Bill 1484. The goal is to legalize slavery. The goal is to legalize slavery.
And all Esau is doing, and all Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai is doing, is he's revealing these people. Look how many people just admitted that the 13th Amendment is slavery. So that means all this time, for the past, 1860 till now, basically fucking almost 200 years, 150 years, they've been telling us to work hard, that we're criminals. Why are you in prison? It's because of the fucking, we're so good and you guys are so bad. How come black people are in prison so much? Well, the 13th Amendment was about slavery. It took us from the field to the prison, to the prison industrial complex. We were the most productive workforce on planet Earth at the end of the 350 years of slavery. We were the best farmers. We were building everything. You guys, we were doing every fucking thing. We weren't lazy. It's all bullshit. All the inventions that we made. And then all of a sudden they write the 13th Amendment and we start going to prison in droves. There was no gang members, you guys. There was no NWA. There was no sagging of the pants. There was no fucking crack cocaine. You had a bunch of fucking working, industrialized men. Men and women who could work from sun up to sundown. All of a sudden, they don't have anything to do anymore because the 13th Amendment was written. And then with the application of the black codes and the enforcing of Jim Crow, now all of a sudden we're in prison left and right. And this culture of criminality, we're just criminals because of our position. We're criminals because of our skin. We're not criminals because we're in Detroit as the fucking disciples. They hadn't started yet. All that became a result of the 13th Amendment and what they were doing to us. And so here you have Edomites. You have Joe 6 Edomites that look like they mean well. They're not foaming at the mouth racist. They're semi-compassionate white people, and they're quoting the 13th Amendment and saying that was about slavery, which means it was always fucking about slavery. So all of this is being made inquisition of. The chariots, the hosts of the chariots, they're recording all of these confessions. The Most High already knows this stuff was wicked, but these people are saying this shit out of their own mouths now, because now you have another manifestation of the same thing their people are doing to the Latinos, who they don't understand are also our countrymen. Those are Israelites. Those are our brothers. Those are our family members. And because they have a little bit more of a soft spot in their heart in a different way, because of Mexican food and stuff like that, which you can't take away the power of that. Now they're admitting, hey, there's something wrong with this, and the work labor and because white people know how hard Issachar works, man, how hard the Northern Kingdom works. They've all been a beneficiary of their hard professional labor. They know these people work an honest way, and they work fucking hard as fuck. So now, because of all that, they're like, man, this is wrong, man. This is just like the 13th Amendment. It's the same thing. And then they're saying it. This is slavery, which means slavery never fucking ended, man. This is coming out of their own mouths, you guys.
It was never about sending immigrants back. The goal was to fill for-profit prisons so that these people could be made to work for $1 or $2 an hour. That the state gets paid. That was always the goal.
Oh, yeah? And what are white people gonna do about it? What are the people that look like you going to do about it? You and your community watched for years as all of this transpired. And a lot of you just turned a blind eye to it. So you guys know and you see what's going on. But what are you actually going to do about it is the question. Because black people have known for a while what you guys were planning to do this entire time.
And see what she's saying. We've been crying out. We've been saying all of this stuff, and no one's been listening, right? Why? Because for one, this is the direction. This is the one that's supposed to receive our cries. Okay, for they shall cry unto Yahweh because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. But over here, and I'm going to end it with this, Deuteronomy 28:68 says, why? No one's been listening. This is why, you guys. Look. And the Lord shall bring thee again with ships by the way, and the Lord shall bring thee again into Egypt. Talking about slavery, again with ships by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it again no more. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. The Edomites are our enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. No one will redeem you until I send the Redeemer, and the Redeemer is Yahweh Shai, Ban Malak Dawadah, the son of David. Not no Edomite. No Edomite's going to get us out. I pray that this lesson this report was edifying. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who I learned from. Shalom to the brothers. Hopefully, like brothers, taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of Yasharallah to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Adah. Shalom.